today. We are once again using the fantastic notes of Rabbi Yonatan Akson from the Orthodox Union website, where we are now concentrating here and learning, let's just say, some of the customs of Erev Rosh Hashanah. We're trying to get into the topic of Rosh Hashanah at the moment. We want to be as prepared as possible. So I thought, as a special edition here, we'll use his excellent, outstanding notes to talk about how to get prepared within regards to this very, very important and holy day in of itself, respectively, over here. Rosh Hashanah, obviously, the most important day, the most awesome day of the Jewish calendar, without a doubt. And it's very, very important that we know as much as possible within regards to the day. So, okay, interesting. We're using notes, actually come from the OU website. We're talking about, first of all, fasting on Erev Rosh Hashanah. That's the first topic we are speaking about today, friends. So we know that many people will have the custom, actually, to fast on Erev Rosh Hashanah. So that is... many people find that interesting. Some of you might not be aware of why this might be. I think the source of this, Shulchan Aruch, chapter 581, also the Moreh Ba'etzvah, we'll actually talk about in Ben Ish Chai also. I think Rav Ovadia Yosef writes that while it is praiseworthy to fast, it is not obligatory, and one may eat if he performs Hatarat Nedarim. Apparently, that's what is actually stated over within regards to that. So that's very interesting. Remember, if one is fasting Erev Rosh Hashanah, there's also a fast a few days later of Tzom Gedalia and then Yom Kippur a week later. But fasting, especially to gain atonement, is seen as a praiseworthy thing. That is one thing for sure. Okay, one who wishes, let's say, to observe this fast should declare his formal acceptance of it during the Mincha prior to Erev Rosh Hashanah, before, let's say, reciting Oseh Shalom. If one did not make this declaration at Mincha, his fast still counts as a formal ta'anit, since it's a common custom and must therefore take effect even without a declaration. This, I think, Kaf Chaim 581, number 63, will bring this down. Also, the Or Letzion. Now, another thing, if one accepted the fast, he may not eat once he goes to sleep the night before Erev Rosh Hashanah, even if he wakes up before daybreak, unless he stipulated before he went to sleep that he will do so. One may, however, drink until daybreak, even without a stipulation. So this actually comes, I believe, from the Chazon Ovadia, actually talks down in Yamim Noraim, I believe on page number 46, on that specific section, respectively. Okay, friends, now another important piece over here. Number 4, according to some opinions, one only needs to fast until Chatzot. However, some people have the custom to fast until Tzet HaKochavim. The source for this actually comes from the Kaf Chaim, and I believe, maybe possibly also, just to confirm, also with regards to Chatzot, I think the Chalichot Shlomo will actually bring that down. Kaf Chaim is in 581, number 62. If one has a custom to fast and attends a Brit Milah or a Pidyon Ben, he may eat at the Sudat Mitzvah without performing Hatarat Nedarim. This is another interesting tidbit. I think Ramah will bring this down, 568, number 2. Next important information. If one will be unable to learn because he is weak from the fast, then one does not have to fast. Most importantly, on Erev Rosh Hashanah, one should focus on teshuvah and accounting for one's deeds. Fasting helps one obtain mindset of teshuvah. But even without fasting, if one is doing teshuvah, then he has essentially accomplished the purpose of fasting. That's brought down, I believe, from the Halichot Mo'edim, page number 80 over there. It is particularly auspicious to give tzedakah, even if one is not fasting on this specific time. Once again, Moed Lechol Chai and Kaf Chaim will bring this down, also the Or Letzion. Okay, now Tachnun over here. We do it, or do we not? On Erev Rosh Hashanah, one does not recite Tachnun during Shacharit, similar to Adi Yomim Tovim. Similarly, one does not recite and Tefillah LeDavid, respectively. However, if one said Slichot at night or even at Alot HaShachar, then Tachnun is recited during Slichot. Tachnun is also recited Mincha on the day before Rosh Hashanah. This is something I think many of you would have been aware of, and I think very, very important to know. Okay, now the next tidbit over here will actually, I think, is now we're talking about, that was about Tachnun over there, respectively. And the last source was Shulchan Aruch 581, number 3. Blowing the shofar. One may not blow the shofar on Erev Rosh Hashanah. However, a Ba'al Tokeh who needs to practice may do so in a closed room. This is coming from the Ramah in 581, number 3. Now, visiting a cemetery. Many people have the custom to visit a cemetery on Erev Rosh Hashanah to pray that the merit of tzaddikim and relatives should be asut and merits on their behalf. One should be careful not to pray directly to the niftar. Rather, he should pray that the merit of the niftar should help our prayers be accepted by Hashem. Now, Kohanim, however, may not visit a cemetery on Erev Rosh Hashanah to pray, even at the gravesite of a tzaddik. That's what's reported over here, and he's quoted this source number 12. I think the Chevi Dat in chapter number 4, number 58 will bring that last point out. Now, taking a haircut, it's praiseworthy custom to take a haircut on Erev Rosh Hashanah in honor of the Yom Tov, and to wear fresh and respectable clothing to show Hashem that we trust that our judgment will be in our favor. Now, the latter part of this came from the Shulchan Aruch 581 number 4, and the Kaf Chaim will bring that down also. Which we must point out. Now, immersing in the mikveh. Many men would go to the mikveh, ritual bath, on Erev Rosh Hashanah. It's praiseworthy custom to go to the mikveh on Erev Rosh Hashanah. Preferably, one should not go to the mikveh earlier than about an hour before Chatzot. This is brought down in Mishnah Berurah, I think 5:126. One who is unable should pour on himself 12.5 liters of water. This is about 3.3 gallons of water. This can be accomplished by turning on the shower and standing under it. There's no difference between using hot or cold water. And more details, let's say, regarding going to the mikveh are discussed in laws of Erev Yom Kippur, which hopefully we'll be able to do. Another important point, one should go under the water no less than 3 times. According to Kabbalah, one should immerse 5 times. Now, I think who brings this down? I believe that is brought down by Ben Ish Chai in Netzavim, if I'm not mistaken. So we have to point that out. Making challah. It's praiseworthy custom to knead dough and fulfill the mitzvah of Hafreshat challah on Erev Rosh Hashanah. That's an interesting tidbit. Now, we're talking about Hatarat Nedarim over here. Many people have the custom to perform Hatarat Nedarim on Erev Rosh Hashanah, Erev Yom Kippur. Preferably, one should perform Hatarat Nedarim before 10 people. However, if this is difficult to do so, you should at least recite it before 3 people. Hatarat Nedarim nullifies all of one's forgotten vows, as well as any, let's say, stringency that one has performed at least 3 times, which gave it the status of vow, and now once it nullified. So I think that is brought down in the B'kei Yosef in 581 number 21 over there. Some people have the custom to perform Hatarat Nedarim 40 days before Rosh Hashanah, as well on the 20th of the Ab, and another time 40 days before Yom Kippur on Erev Rosh Chodesh Elul. This is brought down, I believe, by the Kaf Chaim in 581:23. Now, Hatarat Nedarim can be recited at night before Chatzot. That's also sourced if you look at OU website within regards to that. Even one's own family members may serve on a bet din performing Hatarat Nedarim. However, a man should not serve on a bet din performing Hatarat Nedarim for his wife. So that last bit is from the Shulchan Aruch Yoredeh 228 number 3, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Hatarat Nedarim must be performed while standing in front of the bet din, and not when reciting it when sitting, let's say, when listening to the radio or in front of a screen. One may not send a proxy to perform Hatarat Nedarim on one's behalf. That's important. And another one may not, according to this, one may perform Hatarat Nedarim on behalf of one's wife. This is what's written here. I think Yabi Yoma in volume 2 will bring that down, if I'm not mistaken. When performing Hatarat Nedarim, one should understand the words he's reciting, ideally. So that's in an ideal world over here, and that comes, I believe, the source is in Chaye Adam 138. Now, a few other things is that even though children are not obligated to recite Hatarat Nedarim, it's good to bring them as well, since Nusach also includes a prayer for protection that applies to children over there. So that's what's brought down in number 28 in Halichat Moed, respectively. So all these are sourced. It's on the OU.org website under the topic of holidays. So I recommend everyone that you want to look into this specifically. Very, very important. And about Hatarat Nedarim, all these different topics. Obviously, in Rosh Hashanah, we want to come in as well prepared. So this is just a few tidbits within regards to Rosh Hashanah. Please look over the tidbits within regards to other festivals also that we've spoken about. I think we did a sermon also, if I'm not mistaken, last year within regards to Rosh Hashanah, which I recommend everyone to to look at also, and grow, inspire, and we're here as a community. And also, please, I appreciate everyone if you can subscribe to the channel. We're nearing nearly 7,500 subscribers at the moment, which is absolutely phenomenal, as we are exploring different festivals, the Chagim, different halachot. And once again, I want to say a shout out, a huge hakar tov and appreciation to Rabbi Yonatan Akson, just using his excellent notes here with regards to the Chagim, which is very much featured on the website. So on that note, wishing you all, if we don't speak or you don't hear from me, a k'tiva v'chatima tova, shana tova u'metuka, and just blessings over here from the city of Bet Shemesh in Israel. Thank you very much for watching, and take care. Thanks.